Hello, how are you today? I hope you're doing good since we talked yesterday. So this thing, somebody emailed me asking me about whatever I've written on the screen, that Christmas magic make 1,500 is the out of 500. So this is just a promotion. I hope you can see it. This is just a promotion. It's just a promotion which has been posted on this website from FreshForex, the main site. You need to come here, bonus, and then we have the first option, which is bonus 2,000. So you'll click it and then you move like that. So these are the terms and conditions. You can just scroll down and then deposit bonus, full terms and conditions. You need to read this properly before you even think about getting the bonus, because there are things you need to have first of all before you can get that. You need to have a class account with FreshForex. Then you also need this account, and then there's this account here, which if you have an account that is connected to this one, then you cannot get the bonus. So let's leave that at that. We look at what we have for the day. We want to review at least to see if there's any trade for the day, and we'll start with Euro USD, the very first pair we have on the list. This is the chart we had yesterday. We drew a line here, this trend line. Just a second. I hope you can now see my screen clearly. So as I was saying, we had a line along this resistance. There's a resistance here, a very good resistance. Price went down, came back to the same place, went down, came back to the same place. It went down, and we are now back at the same place. So we want price to come back to this trend line so that we can sell it further to the lower side. You're looking at this chart, you want to trade it, expect price to come back to this place here, and you're supposed to sell it from that point. So I have a screenshot for that. There's this screenshot here, this one here. There's a resistance, price goes down, comes back to the same place, a resistance, it goes down, comes back to the same place, then it goes down, then back to the same place, down, and we expect it to come back to the same place so that we sell it further to the lower side. So you're on this chart at the moment, wait for price to come back to this place here. So I found another very good level on the forwards. You scroll this to forwards, you see if there's anything for us here. For us is here. So yesterday I had a line drawn along this resistance here, and I mentioned that this is a very good resistance. Price went down, came back to the same place, then it went down, it came back to the same place, and you're supposed to sell. We're supposed to sell from anytime price retraces back to this resistance. This is a very good place to buy from. So we have this one here. We have that point, sorry. Let's put a tick. We have that resistance. We also have this as a very good resistance, and then you have the next one here, a very good resistance. All of them have been broken up. So we want price to come back to the same place. It should retrace back to that place so that we pick a buy upwards, something like that. So the best you should do now is to wait for this retracement. You may want to place a pending buy limit here, and then you have a take profit upwards. So as you've seen from the weekly chart, there's actually a sell from some trend line here. There's a sell from here. We have a sell from this end. So should price come back to this place here, then this is the correct place you should look for a sell from. So you sell along that trend line. You have a first take profit at 1.1580, and then the next take profit should be at 1.0483. We move to the next pair, which is GBP USD. Here nothing has changed. We still have our level, the same level we had yesterday. There's a resistance here. You have a resistance at that point, and the same resistance has been broken with this big candle, and there's a resistance. We also have this resistance, and then everything has now been broken downwards with this candle here. So this is a resistance and a very good sell place. If you're on this chart, then look for a sell even as we speak. Sell it, have your stop loss above last week's highest high. That should be somewhere above here, somewhere above this point here, and then your take profit should be on the very lower line, 1.2129. So you sell it, have your stop loss there, 1.2867, and then your take profit should be at 1.2128. So I had a screenshot for this. I'll check that. Second screenshot here. So from this screenshot, there are two things. We have two things. There's the upper line and then there's the lower line. So this lower line is actually the monthly level. It's a zone from 1.2735 to 1.25 zeros, 1.2735 to 1.2562 is the zone. So we want price to break below everything. Let price go below the lower line, the mid one. Then you take a sell with the take profit here. So there are two, the first one and then the next one, and all of them take profit somewhere here. So we move to the next chart, which is USDJPY. Should be here. So the same thing, we still have this, our lines the same way we had them yesterday. We mentioned that this is just a resistance, a weekly resistance. A resistance. There is this next resistance there. We also have this resistance there. And then we have this as a very good resistance there. So as you can see, price has literally been bouncing from the same, from these lines, from the lower one. Anytime it gets from this one, it goes up the upper one, and anytime it gets from the upper one, it goes up the lower. So you ought to have sold it here and have your take profit at 108.55. So this is a very good buy place. From the past, we have been buying from the same level. We've been buying, and we possibly expect to buy even now that the price at the same place. So you're on this chart now, look for a buy, but then have your take profit at 114.32 here, where my mouse pointer is at. So should price go below 108.55, that is by the end of this week, if you find that the price has closed below 108.55, then wait for a retracement before you sell it. So either way, we are still waiting. We are not selling or buying anything, just waiting for price to give us a good sign so that we either buy or we sell it. So we move to the next pair, next symbol, which is an index. Also this one, I had an indicator. I actually created a screenshot for it. Let me just look at it. This screenshot here looks really good for this chart. This one here, the one I'm having my mouse pointer at, this one, this is an indicator, and it's known as an envelope trend indicator. So to add it on a real chart, just go to the chart, and then this insert option, indicator, and then go to, it's not custom, it's trend indicator. Go to trend, and then you move to envelopes. So instantly it will be added on the screen. So ensure that the period is 14. MA is simple, and then apply to the close of the price, and you click OK, something like this. So this is still a sell. From this indicator, you look at a sell, but the level is significant. It has to be broken first before we sell anything. So we move to the next symbol, which is SP500. Yeah, SP500. So I have a screenshot for this, and I'm only going to use the screenshot to explain. I may only add certain things maybe on the reader, but the screenshot I'll use mostly. This just a second. We have this one here. I hope you can see it. this a support here, a support, then price has broken below everything, and then it has come back to the same place. So somewhere in between this zone here, that keeps holding support. As long as the price does not close above it, this still a sell. But in case the price goes above it, then we want price to extend even higher, retrace back to the same place so that we buy it with our take profit around here, where I'm having my mouse pointer at the moment. So you may want to remain flat now, remain flat, just as I'm saying, remain flat, have a take, sell it from this point. If price bounces from that point, or if price goes above it, then you look for a buy upper. So I keep mentioning something, that the most important thing is to know how to draw your levels. Like, you need to know when to draw a support and when to draw a resistance. You don't just come anywhere and then you do. This is a key level, it has been holding. So someone is asking me, how comes I have a line here where I'm having my lines and I'm not having a similar line somewhere here, yet there's a resistance? It's because this one has been used multiple times. You have a support, a support, a support before it was broken. So the one you want me to draw here is actually just a resistance. It's just a resistance, there's nothing, it's just a very good resistance. So let price come back to this place here, we look for that sell or a break above so that we buy it even higher. So we move to the next symbol, which is Brent oil. Brent oil should be here. Also, this I have a screenshot, but I'll use some explanation. So from this point, just look at this downtrend. We have from this point here up to this point, we've been downwards. The price moved literally from this point without any major retracements. You can see we have an active move downwards, something like that. There's an active move to the lower side, followed by just a slight retracement. There's another active move downwards, followed by a slight retracement. Then we have a slight move downwards, followed by, a major move downwards, followed by a slight retracement. Major move downwards, followed by a slight retracement. There. Then we have an active move downwards. Then there's a main retracement. For the first time, you're now seeing price consolidating for the longest time. Then it proceeded down, and then we see another active retracement upwards. So if you look at this as retracements, then just know that these are possible signs. The fact that the last two are bigger than the rest means that we are likely ending this down. So if price should go above this zone here, the one I'm drawing, then we'll get out of the sell we had previously. Assuming price goes above the zone I'm having here, then we'll get out of all the trades. We are going to close the sell we had, and then we wait for price to clearly show us a sign that we're supposed to buy something like this. If it should happen like that, then we'll buy it. So this should be basically an inverted V. Wait for price to pull back up, then you trace back to the same place so that you buy it upwards. So we move to the, I also have a screenshot, so I'll show you the screenshot before I move on. This is the screenshot. This is the screenshot. The same as you can see, we have this one here, we have a peanut, it retraces in peanuts, just small moves, continues down, small moves, continues down, then you see this massive retracement, it goes up, then it retraces. So as you can see, like look at this in terms of percentage, this may be like 1% retracement, 1% retracement, another 1%, 1%, then you see 20% retracement, and then now you're seeing like 35%. So this is a possible sign that this downtrend could be ending. So as I've mentioned, I'm looking at it in terms of percentage. This could be maybe 20%, this is 35%, then the rest are 10, 1, 5, maybe 2, 4, something. But that is how you know how a trend ends. Anytime the price goes down, you monitor the retracements. If they begin to become bigger, then the trend is possibly ending. So we move to the next chart. The last one, which is gold. Gold should be here. So I have a screenshot for this, but I'll use some explanation on the real chart. I'll start on there. You can see there's this active trend upwards. We have this big move upward, then there's a retracement. There's a move up, then some retracement, then it moves up, a retracement, it continues up, and now we are seeing consolidation. So on this one here, assuming you are looking at this chart at the moment, then this should be an active uptrend, because you can see that there are several dynamic supports. We have this support here, dynamic support, the first one, then you have the next one there, then we have where the price is now should be used as another dynamic support, the third one. So basically we are forming higher lows, the lower low, there's the next higher low, and then there's the last one, which is the highest low. We want price to proceed from this point and extend even higher. So based on this indicator, we are buying it, and from the screenshot I have, from this screenshot here, we are still buying a support, up, a support, up, a support, and we're supposed to buy it even where the price is now. So I mentioned here that with these lines here, these are resistance, the very top two lines, 1298.72 and 1294.25. These are very good levels. We want price to go above them, retrace back so that we buy it upwards. So either way, we are not doing anything now, despite the fact that we're seeing a buy. We are not going to buy it. We want a clear break above, a retracement, then we continue buying it even upwards. So that should bring us to the end of today's overview. We have all the 6 symbols should be here. We've looked at gold where we are looking at a buy, but we are waiting temporarily. And then Brent oil, we are also waiting for either break above. Brent oil waiting for either break above this level and a retracement so that we buy it, or the price should bounce from this zone so that we sell it. Then the next one, which is SP 500, we are looking for a sell, a resistance, a support, a support, a support, broken. Price should come back to the same place so that we sell it. Then the next one, the next one, which is USDJPY, we've looked at a possible buy, but not now. We are still also waiting for a sign. So we are supposed to wait. Don't do anything now. Just sit and wait for either close below 108.58 to sell it, or a close above so that we confirm that we are upwards. Then the next one was GBPUSD, where we are looking for maybe if price close above 1.2735, you buy it, and if it crosses below, we'll sell it. Something like this. If price closes below this level, we are going to sell it, but if it closes above 1.2535, we are going to look for a buy. And then we have the last one, which is Euro USD, where we want price to come back to this trend line so that we sell it. So that should bring us to the end of today's overview. There's something I mentioned at the beginning. Somebody asked me what I meant by this one. You saw this thing on the screen, then you're asking me exactly what it means. What does this Christmas magic make $1,500 out of 500? What does it mean? So this is a bonus. This is a bonus that is being given by FreshForex. All you need to do is to go to the main site. Just go to log into the main site here, freshforex.com, and then go to this point. We have bonus, and then the very first one on top. Sorry, just a second. there. Sorry. So if you check the main browser, we have this one should be on the screen now. You're supposed to see the FreshForex site. Good. So bonus, you select the very first one, and then ensure you read everything on these pages. Try to understand exactly the terms and conditions so that you don't find yourself on the wrong side. Read all this, and then the very most important thing, this bonus expires on 28th of next month. So thank you very much. I believe that should bring us to the end of today's session. See you again tomorrow at the same time. Goodbye.